What is going on, everybody? Happy Sunday evening here from POV. Welcome to another stream here on the channel. My name is Jake Berlin, aka your host here for the Sunday night streams, and I am joined by the regular crew here today to have some fun. And it does feel weird. I had said this before we jumped on, or at least Somali. We've been talking all day long. I feel like I don't need to ask how everybody's doing.
I know. We've just been chatting this whole time. We've been talking cosplay and pop figures and where we can display pop figures, apparently.
Well, I'll ask anyway. Brian, how you doing on this Sunday, man? Not just right now. How's your Sunday? How's your weekend been?
I got out of the house today, so that was nice. That was very what is this place? What is this world?
What?
Outside, there's trees. But yeah, added to my Funko collection, which kind of was the catalyst to all of our Funko-ness. So, and I have the smallest collection, so that's not okay. So now I need to spend more money.
Oh, don't do it, Brian. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Coming from you.
Like I said in my tweet, you could tell if you went through all my Funkos, they're all within 3-year movies of each other, and that's not good. I spend way too much money in a small amount of time on all these Funkos.
I have a lot of Walking Dead Funkos that I forgot I had that are in a box in storage. I think I have about 25.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I was real into Walking Dead for a really long time, so I have a lot of Funko Pops.
Jill, how's your Saturday and Sunday been so far?
It's good. Yesterday was fun. We did a fun, Brian and Molly joined us. We did a fun little Jackbox hangout with some of our Schmoedown fam, and that was lots of fun. We played until 1 a.m., so it was a good time. It was a lot of fun. Catching up on Doctor Who, catching up on Korra, just catching up on all those shows while we got nothing else to do. So.
Speaking up on a catch-up.
Hello.
I'm waiting, Mr. Berlin.
Oh yeah, Jake, get on it.
Here, why don't I do this? It's currently on pause. It's currently on pause right now. It's the episode where Apollo goes mutiny with the president in season 2.
Ooh.
You still got some time. Damn it.
You know what? I don't have as much time as you. I apologize. Like you said earlier, you just got out of the house. I've been out of the house, going everywhere, and it sucks.
I follow the rules and stay inside.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with I'm following the rules too.
Social distancing.
I'm following the rules too. I just happened to.
Rachel, we're gonna send them to Arizona since all those people don't listen anyways. Or Molly, we could send them to Georgia too.
Yeah, no one follows the rules here. For me and Alex.
People.
Oh,
wear a mask. That's it. That's all you gotta do.
Molly, how was your Saturday and early Sunday?
It's been good. We're doing a lot of grilling, and today we got up. We went for a walk and played D&D on Zoom with our friends for the rest of the day.
Nice. How's your campaign going?
It's good. We're kind of nearing the end of this one, and we're trying to figure out what to do next.
End of a campaign? I don't know what that is. I haven't quite gotten there yet.
I forgot to ask Molly, and I think this was last week. How did the beer can chicken go? How did it turn out?
Oh, so good.
I want it now.
I am so jealous.
It's the easiest thing, too. If you have a grill, just get a whole chicken, season it, clean it out, pop it on a can of beer after taking a couple of glugs and grill it. Delicious.
Taking a couple of glugs.
The question of the day, though, what beer did you put in it?
So I read that putting a good beer in it is not really the best thing to do. It could taste a little bit bitter, so we went Coors Light, which I like. I like Coors Light. I'm like Mark Ellis.
I was gonna say Mark Ellis would be very proud.
when we did it, we did PBR.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we used, and it turned out really good. So I'll have to try Coors Light. I'm not a Coors Light fan, but maybe for a chicken, it'll end up tasting good. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Well, we have quite a show to talk about tonight, guys. We have a lot to discuss. We're going to obviously be previewing the pay-per-view match that's happening this Friday. And I think I have an image for it. Maybe not. Nope, don't have it.
I'm sorry. Wait. Molly, what is your QZ?
Oh, you know what it is.
Oh my God. Oh my god, that's amazing.
Alex got me this. It was in the clearance section at Publix, and I was like, "How dare you put this on clearance?" But I will take it.
I'm not gonna complain. I'm gonna buy it.
Everybody in the chat's talking Funkos right now.
Oh
We
man,
started a
I
thread.
lost count.
Yeah, put your collection in our thread.
We got a
that's
thread
how we did
going.
it.
Show us your.
too many. And there's boxes. Like people would hate on me so hard if I posted pictures of the boxes down here because they're all out of the box, just like strewn everywhere. Some of them I like the bases have fallen off and I have to like find out which base goes to which.
Oh no.
And
my
that's just what happens when you end up with over 300 of these things.
Oh,
Jeez.
I mean,
It's okay,
I
the
walk 300 just feels overwhelming.
Yeah.
Gabby would leave you.
Probably.
300. Yeah.
I'll agree with you on that one.
I don't remember when I started collecting, but it's been a while.
Mhm.
So.
It's okay. The child is safely secured back there.
Look at him. Look at him all cute.
He's so big.
He's the king.
Oh god.
All right. Well, we should get to some stuff here. And like I mentioned, we're going to be doing the Rocha Erwin preview as well as final exam and Deep 13. And then we're going to be doing, as I call it on the title of the show, a way too early discussion on the Schmoedown Awards. It's only late July, and the awards don't happen until January. But being that it's halfway through the year, why not have a little fun with it and talk about some categories that we think could be nominated right now or have winners right now? It won't be all of them, but it'll be some of them. And we'll also be joined by Suge Knight from Let's Get Ready to Talk Schmoedown at the 6:30 hour. He's going to be coming on to talk a little bit of an announcement that we have together. And we'll be discussing that for about 10 minutes before we get to the Schmoedown stuff. But for now, let's go ahead and preview this match, guys. It's the first of many matches that is happening in the next couple of weeks. We got that schedule from Harloff the last couple of days.
Lord help us.
All
we
right,
have a lot coming
Schmoedown
up.
reactors.
We have a lot coming up. The first one being a pay-per-view event, the first pay-per-view event we've had in quite a while. And it begins with an undercard that is Final Exam, which is Paul Oyama and Lon Harris playing Deep 13, Whitney Seibold, and Alonzo Duralde. An exciting undercard, like a very big-time undercard. Both 1-0 this year so far, have both shown really great things as competitors and as new teammates. Kind of just like that Wonder Twin thing where they get put together and they're great. Like they just work. And so I'm excited to see this one. I just have a feeling personally that with how Paul has been playing, with how Lon's turn has been and how focused he seems to be, it really seems like that team, for example, is just going to be unbeatable at this point for quite a while. But that is nothing against Deep 13 because I think Whitney and Alonzo are a really cool and fun team. I just think Final Exam is personally probably going to come out on top on this one.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I love Lon's character. Like homeless on
How
him.
do you not love that character? And the team they have together, how like the characterizations of them work so well together, and they just play off each other so well. Every time I like watch Lon on screen, I am dying of laughter. It is so funny. It's so good. 100%. I 100% agree.
Yeah.
Best new character of the year, and I agree with you, Jake. I think I do think Final Exam is going to come out on top of this, but I really think it's really going to come down to that wheel. Whitney he's one of those really strong competitors who just hasn't been lucky, unfortunately, in his matches. And I definitely think this is going to be one of those really fun matches, that the type of matches I like, which is going to be really fun to watch, but it's definitely going to come down to that wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. Final Exam is where I'm going. What?
Little upset there from Brian. Deep
13.
13.
Would that be an upset, though? I don't know.
I don't know if I'd consider that. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if I'd consider that an upset.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't think
obviously, Final Exam is going to be the favorite, but if you have these two, like if you match two players or two teams up against one another in a live event, I don't necessarily know if you can consider an upset.
Yeah, they're just two really fun teams, and they're both 1-0, correct?
Mhm.
They're-
Yep.
Yeah, so I don't really think if either team comes out of this a winner, I don't think it would be really considered an upset. But some people may disagree with me, but I'm just excited to watch. It's gonna be a fun one.
I watched both these teams, both of their separate most recent matches today, and I have some Schmoedown thoughts. So in both of those matches, the wheel stops on opponent's choice for I think either both of the teams, or it stops on it at least twice. Like it just really likes that slice. I think that peg is like a little sticky or something.
Oh.
I mean, we don't have that problem anymore with the digital
Yeah,
wheel,
now it's
but
big.
yeah.
Although
you're
Andrew
gonna
Guy
blow
would
up.
disagree with you that it does get a little sticky on that opponent's
True.
choice.
You're gonna blow
Wheel.
up the chat, the community. People are gonna be watching this, be like, "Molly's in on it."
Molly's in the
Go-
Schmoedown.
Go back and watch their most recent matches and see what the wheel does, because it's bonkers.
Interesting.
Interesting.
But I agree. I'm not a big fan of the digital wheel, just because like no matter what they say, I don't trust it.
That's
I
fair.
don't know if anyone trusts it. I
don't think
That
you're going to really
virtual
find
wheel.
very many people that are going to go, oh, I wish it was the digital wheel, because I
Yeah.
don't think really anyone is saying that.
Find me a player that prefers the digital wheel over the actual wheel, and I will pay you money to find me that player. Because-
Possibly Ben Bateman.
Okay. Other than Ben Bateman,
Unless they just had insanely good luck with the digital wheel.
but that was only because he was playing Andrew Guy, who the Schmoedown is against.
Mm.
True.
And this is becoming a Schmoedown podcast, and good.
We need to have like a conspiracy theory podcast.
Brian Ward, if you're watching this, I need you to make me a logo. Certain point of view, a Schmoedown podcast.
I just think for me, the thing that I'm so excited for these teams matches, that's probably out of everything that's gone on this year, the one bummer that came out of it, because the teams were so good this year.
It just hit me that these are it literally just hit me that these are team matches that we're doing virtually. That literally just came into my mind right now. Like I'm like, oh yeah, a teams match, cool. And I'm like, wait, we haven't done this. Like we didn't think it was possible.
Exactly. So I mean, that's probably everything has been handled and thought of beautifully.
Hey Paul.
PLD, we need to talk about our Red Sox, because today was not a good day. But
You guys are gonna be terrible all year, man. Sorry.
Dodger fan over here, sorry. So
yeah.
I don't do sports.
as long as there's no
Braves-
Astros fans,
Braves are good. Braves are a good team.
Are they?
Yeah, they are.
The stadium is nice. We can't go there, but it's nice.
But yeah, no, I think that's the one bummer for me that has come out of this year. Everything else has been handled and made perfectly, because we had fear of not even having Schmoedown, period. So if this is the one lick that we take, like, so be it. But it's just a bummer, because these teams were so good. Like the teams were just so evenly like matched. It seemed like it didn't seem like there was a weakness, a weak team. Like they were throwing heavy hitters at us. And I mean, we still have those teams, but I mean, like you look at,
we started a sports thing in the comments. Sorry.
guys. Danny's
All
going to
over
go
the
bye.
place today.
Danny's about to go bye-bye if he's a Yankees fan. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I mean, the teams we have right now are just incredible. Like, I mean, Tom and Paul, Lon and Paul. For a second, I was like, wait, that doesn't sound right. Just Rachel and Ben. Like the list, just Mike and Chance. Like teams was gonna be insane. Like
Mark Boyk and
Elliot Dewberry.
Elliot Drewberry. There you go.
Yeah, Drew Barrymore. Is that what you're trying to get out?
No, I was gonna say Drew something, but I just couldn't figure out a last name. I don't know why I mixed the two together. Elliot Dewberry is what I was trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the teams were going to be phenomenal this year. Hopefully, we'll get something from it. But yeah, I teams. The one bummer to come out of this year, just because the way things were looking like
For all
it
these
would have been-
teams, yeah.
the ones that we saw.
Yeah. This just popped in my mind from watching it earlier. Does Deep 13 still hold the record of most points for
Yeah,
a team? Like
I believe
36
so.
points? Holy crap.
If
That's a
if they, I think they do, but I want to say that the Pride Real Rejects match was also very high up there.
Mm.
That's
I'd
a
have
team
to
I
go back
forgot
and
too.
Real
Reject.
Reject.
I'd have to go back and watch, but it definitely might still be Deep 13, and that was their first time ever together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we also have to mention they didn't have a manager at that day, right? Robert Meyer Burnett wasn't there. They were a little frustrated by it, and now their manager is Ken Knapsack. That's something that to be brought into the equation here. And there was a comment I want to. Oh goodness, where did it go? I know it's somewhere far up here. Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Leo, how will Ken manage Deep 13 since Hannah wouldn't allow him for help?
Hannah's not in Deep 13, so it's
Yeah.
not up to Hannah.
It's interesting. I mean, but the question still, I mean, it's interesting because Deep 13, they played really well without a manager. Could they pull that again? Could they say, hey, we don't think we need a
SEN,
manager?
the boss.
Oh, look at SEN.
Look who's here.
Hey,
Oh, okay. Who's the boss holds the record.
Who's the boss?
That's-
Holds the record? Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that sounds about
Apologize.
right.
Thank you for the correction. That sounds about right. Yeah, but they were up there. They were definitely. You said they had 36 points, Molly.
Yeah.
That's insane. And they also couldn't have gotten up there without Tom and Paul being as good as they were either.
There you go. So
Oh,
is one more.
37.
37.
Wow. Wow.
Jeez.
That's wild. Like,
Wow.
I mean, that's so many correct
And
answers.
think of it this way: the Ace Dimalanta singles match, they both had more points than that. They were up there too with points by themselves.
I think that was with them getting opponent's choice too. I think.
Oh, you're right. For Deep 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
13
Yeah.
choice.
And if I'm not mistaken, Molly, they gave Deep 13 indie films in that match, didn't they?
Festival Darlings.
Festival Darlings, that's what it was, and that's
That
Alonzo's
was- yeah.
strength. That's
That
where
was
they
a
made the
big
mistake.
controversy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was a
they
big
that was
controversy.
the Kate coming out as a manager making a mistake there. But now everybody knows not to go near that category or holiday movies. And so it's going to be very interesting to see what Final Exam does, especially with Winston as their manager. We know how strategic he is. We know how strategic Paul Oyama is. Lon Harris is just kind of there for the ride, obviously, chilling, hanging out, listening to his
Does
his
he even
iPod.
want to be there? He just
I mean,
hang out,
he's just listening to his iPod doing his thing. But this is going to be D13's biggest test. Obviously, they're a very good team. They're very strong. Winston, no doubt, for the last couple of weeks has been getting them, just hammering them questions, getting them ready. And as much as I do like Whitney and Lonzo together, it's just hard to see Final Exam losing. It really does.
It's going to be, I would not be surprised if it's one of those a huge amount of points matches where we're coming up to the team points record. I would not be surprised if it comes down to that in this match, but I'm still sticking with it. It's going to come down to the wheel 100%. It's going to come down to that. And gameplay too could really come into it because I feel like Lon and Paul know the game a little bit more than Whitney and oh my gosh, Alonzo. Sorry, I was like in the middle of a cough. Alonzo Duralde now. So I feel like with that they do have a slight edge. It's going to be really exciting. This is going to be a really fun one, and I cannot wait for it.
I think if Deep 13 did so well without a manager, they can only do better with a manager, especially Ken.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would agree, but what type of manager for Ken are we going to get?
Yeah.
We've seen multiple versions of him before.
yeah.
And it's going to be, and we have yet to see him in this year as a manager because he obviously got kicked from, which still just blows my mind.
R.I.P.
Absolutely
Ken.
blows my mind. That he got kicked from his only match as a manager. So what type of manager are we going to get from Ken? I love to see Ken as a manager. I think he fits the mold so perfectly.
100%.
But as far as a manager matchup, for what I know right now, Winston has it for me. I'm just waiting to see what we get from Ken. And again, I really like him, but I want to see what kind of Ken we get.
Yep.
I think at the end of the day, whoever wins this, you're going to be like, I'm not surprised. Like, I mean,
it can really go either way. And that's
Yeah.
what we were saying earlier. I really don't think there would be a quote unquote upset in this match because it really could go either way.
this is one of the
Disney.
This is one of the ones that I feel that arrow is right in the middle.
Yeah.
Like you're just like, it's too close to call. It's too close to call. You have what you think, but at the end of the day, if the other team wins, you're not going to be surprised.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
All right. Well, I think we should shift our conversation to the big one, the main card of the night. It is John the Outlaw Rocha versus Ethan Erwin for now the usual suspects, right? Traded from the Burning Droogs to the usual suspects. Molly's teammate here. And a massive match. It's not only a shot at the title against Dan Murrell down the line, but it also could possibly shake up the singles bracket as far as who gets in for the Finstock Exchange, right? We could see a situation where if Ethan Erwin loses, he ends up in the tournament, and then we see out of Rocha or Murrell who ends up in the tournament for Finstock. Or there is a possibility where if Rocha loses, Erwin goes on to play Murrell. Rocha's in the tournament automatically because he lost, and then whoever wins that match between Murrell and Erwin is going to be in the tournament. Then there's also that possibility if Erwin just runs through both of them, we could see both Murrell and Rocha in the singles tournament. It's a crazy shakeup, and this match means big things for a lot of people because there's also the Sabrina Ramirez factor where she's waiting to play, but if the Finstock Exchange players get to what they want to do, she's not going to play. It's interesting. And Jill, I'll go to you first on this one. A very hard choice on this one. But who are you picking?
This is going to be a match of the ages. These are two people. These are like champions. These are Mount Rushmore, Schmoedown, Mount Rushmo people. You know, it's Erwin and Rocha. It is those prime top tier players. It's going to be insane. But like how I usually roll on this show, the Finstock Exchange, I don't want them getting any more points. And usual suspects needs those points right now. So
yes, we do.
I know I'm gonna pull for Erwin on this one, but we all know how much Rocha studies and how intense he is with this game. It's really a tough. This is going to be one of those sighing shows again, where it's like, ugh. At the end of the day, I know the Finstock Exchange has so many points right now, and the usual suspects really needs those points. So I'm going to give the edge to Erwin on that, just because they really need those points right now. But it's really a tough call because Erwin and Rocha are both so good at this. It's scary. This is like a scary match. It's going to be so good. Like, it's going to be nuts.
We haven't seen Erwin play this year yet. Or have you seen him once? We've seen him once, right? We've seen him once. Okay. I really like him as a player. I don't think he fit well with Robert Meyer Burnett or what the Burning Droogs were going for. He fits incredibly well with the Sam Levine.
Mm-hmm.
Like incredibly well with the Sam Levine. He's back with Janine, right, on the same faction. Andrew Guy in his corner, Molly in his corner, so many Jen Kemp in his corner, so many other players in his corner that fit his mold as a player. Yeah. No matter how much Sam needed to give up, it was the right move to make that trade.
Even though he didn't get the Sam Levine Inglorious Bastards question in the speed round.
That's true.
Sam forgave him.
Oops.
I will say this. I also think John Rocha is an incredible player. Obviously, he's a legend. He created so many aspects of this game, right? He was a leading guy in the character aspect of it. He brought this certain mentality to the game that we never saw when he jumped in. I don't think he can stop Ethan Erwin. I really don't. I think Ethan Erwin's going to come in on a warpath, in a very Ethan Erwin-esque warpath, I might add, because they're very zen. Ethan Erwin don't really mesh together, right?
Erwin on a warpath? He's so like, that's gonna be the most calm warpath. Like,
he plays a lot like Alex plays.
Exactly.
I'm just here to answer questions.
He's so zen and just so calm, and he's like, I just want to play this trivia game. Here's what I know. Look at me go.
I think it's the perfect storm because Dan Murrell took the belt from him,
Mm-hmm.
and he's going to want that thing back.
And now he's going
really
after
going to want that thing back.
Yep.
He's going after a Finstock Exchange member. Like I mentioned, he's on a faction. Exactly. He's on a faction that's really backing him.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like the match before, I'm going to say I don't see him losing. I really don't. Like I would love it if Rocha won because it's Rocha versus Merle. Like that's big time, right?
Mm-hmm. Gosh, yeah.
But Erwin, we haven't seen him make the step in since he lost the belt. I want to see him make that step, and I really do think he will.
Mm-hmm. I will add. I will add that I'm really curious to see how they both play virtually.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
I'm really curious to see how that plays out.
Yeah.
We do have a comment here from SEN. Shakes up standings also. If Erwin wins, sets up Corruption also to catch up even sooner. Exchange has 29, and Corruption will either have 27, 28. Yeah, I mean, KO is right on their heels right now.
I said it at the beginning of the tournaments. People are sleeping on Corruption.
They are absolutely crushing.
Look what happened.
And obviously, for them, they want Erwin to win. I have no doubt that Finstock Exchange probably behind the scenes is shaking just a tad bit because it is coming down the wire with the end of the year and the singles tournament coming up. But Molly, thoughts? I mean, we know who you're going to choose, obviously, but your thoughts overall.
Well, I will say to that, and Corruption is about to get even more points with the IG match.
I know that they're guaranteed more points. Yeah.
Between Erwin and Rocha, like I love watching Rocha play so much.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to get to see him play again, and like to me they're pretty evenly matched. Rocha has more experience in the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wonder if playing digitally will affect either of them. I think if it affects either of them, it might affect Rocha more than Erwin. But then again, he's been doing the SEN show and his own show and all this other stuff digitally thus far. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously my team needs the points. And like at the New York show, Erwin answered some insanely hard questions. And was very impressive. So I think it's going to be a really close one.
Mm-hmm.
My thought process is pretty much along the lines of you guys. If there was more going on in the world, if Erwin was probably working at full capacity that he usually does during the year, I probably would pick Rocha. But I mean, I don't know what Erwin does, but I can only imagine, like most of us,
he's a producer, I believe.
Yeah.
So he runs Joel Silver Productions.
Yeah.
So he's more. I mean, he's probably on Zoom calls, just like Rocha's on every show the internet has ever created. I'm sure Ethan Erwin is doing as much Zoom calls as that.
Yeah, but I'm gonna maybe lean into the fact that a lot of people are staying at home, gives him more of a chance to study. If you're giving Erwin more time to study, that's dangerous because his mind just retains stuff and just he comes out swinging. That's not to say that Rocha's not doing the exact same thing though.
Rocha studying is nuts.
I can only imagine.
I just remembered he did play the champion exhibition match, so he has played a digital game.
That's right.
That's right.
That is right.
That's right.
Good call. Good call.
It's
because Alex
didn't
almost
he
won
lose
that
to
one.
Alex in that one? Did he lose to Alex in that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not by much.
I mean,
win's a win.
Yeah. But I mean, at the same time, like we just said, if anyone's more comfortable being digital right now, it's Rocha. He's doing all these shows. He knows how to handle being on virtual at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I just wonder how much extra time Erwin has now had to study.
Mm-hmm.
And if he's studying even like 25% more than he usually does,
10%.
That is dangerous.
Well,
dangerous.
honestly, this is really the only thing he needs to study.
Yeah.
That is literally
That's it.
from what we've seen him so far
yeah.
is the only, and that's like 1% of film.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I feel like everything else, he just like it just comes naturally to him. Like I feel like he's kind of like a Scrimshaw and an Alex Damon,
100%.
where it's just like he just naturally knows these crazy movie trivia questions. And then what Brian said, the only reason why Erwin lost the belt is because he lost to a perfect game. I believe he only got one question wrong.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That match. He lost his belt to a perfect game. So
And I don't see Rocha playing a perfect game.
he very well could though.
He
Rocha,
could,
if anyone can play a perfect game, it's Rocha. Like it's
gonna be that wheel round.
it's gonna come down to that wheel. Like
I think that's all digital matches, right? The digital matches period is just gonna become the wheel.
it's gonna come down to
Like for
think-
Alex on Friday. I mean,
exactly.
Yeah. I think I don't think Merle would have played a perfect game had he not spun Disney. I feel like his Disney questions for his wheel round were, I don't want to say easy, but I mean, if you have seen Disney movies, I think I answered all of them correctly. And then Erwin did Jodie Foster.
Yeah, that's just
And did great.
Oh yeah, he got one question wrong that match.
And that's the thing with him. He knows, and Jill, you made this point. He knows the stuff that other people don't. It's the very oddball categories, and that's what he has to rely on. And like say Rocha spins opponent's choice, he's going to give Rocha a very oddball-esque category because that's what he's good at.
Yep.
He stole a sports question. Erwin stole a sports question from Rocha because it was the Mighty Ducks.
I remember that.
Alex was just like yelling at the screen, Mighty Ducks.
I will say though, if Rocha hits that Westerns,
yes,
It's
Westerns or biopics. Westerns and
Biopics.
biopics are the two.
I will. The arrow is going to lean a little bit more than
100%. 100%.
But I will say one thing that is funny. I've never seen a match have such a domino effect moving forward. Like
it's
the
this
dominoes
entire tournament.
Yeah, the dominoes that fall from this tournament is going to be insane. Like, I mean, you're going to see teams. I mean, we could get Sabrina's debut, or we could not see Sabrina at all. So it's weird. It's crazy to think that how this one match is going, dominoes are just going to start falling into place. And to be honest, I'm kind of more excited to see how that plays out a little bit.
I'm really curious to see how all that happens.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting, but yeah.
Let's be honest. We're gonna all go cuckoo when the singles match comes out or singles tournament happens.
We're gonna go
Tim has
cuckoo
a question for
reaction.
us. I know Tim, you had put this in the chat about 3 or 4 times before, but because of the Houston stuff, I'm not going to put it. But because you asked an actual Schmoedown question, I'm going to put this one on the screen. Between virtual experience and match preparation, which one do you think is the X factor of this match? For me personally, I think it's match preparation. I know the virtual experience plays a big part in it, but if you just calm your nerves a little bit, it's not as difficult. And I know Molly can probably attest to this. It's probably not as difficult as it looks, sounds, or seems. It's much more preparing for that opponent and preparing just for the match in general. Molly, what do you think?
Yeah, we talked about this. Me and Alex recently recorded with Demolanta on his show and talked about this. And I feel like because I had played live in Chicago at a panel at Star Wars Celebration in front of like 600 or so hardcore Star Wars fans, that was insane. But I still had a ton of nerves leading up to my digital matches. But like once they start, that kind of goes away. Like once you just start hearing and answering questions, you just get into the groove, and it might be even a little bit easier once the game actually starts. So,
All right, there you go, Jill.
I feel like this one's really going to come down to match prep. I feel like while Rocha does enjoy that audience interaction, I don't think it's necessary for him to do well. And then Erwin is just Zen City. So I feel like the virtualness of this and probably won't affect either of them that much. Match preparation 100%.
Something I am thinking of. I think it was Brandon Hanna yelling about Mark Ellis distracting him.
Ben Garner.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and that just came to mind because I was like, I mean, they are talking, and if you're wearing headphones,
and that's the thing. It's literally in your brain. Like if you're in studio, you can kind of distract yourself from that, but here I mean, unless you
which is possible, and we might see that happen with certain players. I wouldn't be surprised if they.
I wouldn't be surprised eventually. Yeah, someone just she's like, ooh.
Yeah.
Brian,
he's gotta watch that clock.
Yeah, I'm the same. Match prep. If these were rookies, I'd probably be a little bit more swayed the other way. But these guys, they know what they're doing, and like just seriously.
That's not one we're talking about today, but there you go, Brian.
I'm sure Goddard is thrilled to hear that.
Goddard's got a couple. He's got we're heels and now the caca.
We're supposed to be heels.
Yeah. So, but yeah, match prep. I feel like these two are very probably comfortable on a video camera type situation. A lot of what Jake said about he's probably Erwin's probably taking Zoom calls all the time, and we know Rocha's comfortable because he's in front of the camera almost every day on SEN, among other shows.
Hours a day. How many shows does that guy do?
I don't know. That's why I do a lot.
Mornings with the Outlaw,
Strong Style. Like there's all these every Geek Buddies. I mean, there's so many shows.
Yeah. And I'm sure Erwin is like studying on Zoom calls with people.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Talking about movies all day long.
Hit me up for Star Wars if you want to study.
Teammates.
All right. So before we get to we bring our guests on and we do a announcement here, I want to do a little bit of a plug for tomorrow. Yes, we don't usually do Monday streams here on POV, but we have a little bit of a special show that's going to be live. It's going to be live at the 6:15 time, somewhere around there. And Jill and Brian will be just sitting down and talking with Koi Jandreau. That is right. The manager of the Quirky Mercs will be sitting down with us. We'll be going live. He's got a very busy schedule, so Monday worked out best. And we're going to be talking to him a little bit. Molly is going to be actually on Chill to Action tomorrow. And the Call to Action crew is actually kind enough to send me this. Molly tomorrow on Chill to Action. And so she will be on that show and not be able to jump on this stream. And then tomorrow for myself, I'm actually busy doing stuff as well. And so I will not be able to jump on as well. But Brian and Jill will be heading the interview.
We're going to have a great time. I'm so excited.
I know. Hey, you guys, I know you're looking forward to it. It's going to be fun.
Jake's going to be watching Battlestar. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you should be doing to catch up.
Oh, stop it.
Jake's not joining the interview so he could watch Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah. Molly, you need your promo to have the lightning bolts coming out of your hands.
Yeah.
From now on, I need lightning bolt.
I didn't say in the chat, but I loved the sound effect. Pss, 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 pss.
Oh yeah, I was like, just really chill, force lightning, like. Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll be live again tomorrow on the 6:00 time Pacific, and Jill and Brian will be sitting down with Koi talking everything that's been happening over the last couple weeks and heading into not just the singles tournament, but obviously the Kevin Smith and Jericho match that's happening at the end of August. And so there's a lot to sit down and talk with them about. And so join us then. That'll be really, really fun. But for now, let's go ahead and get this announcement that we've been talking about for a while, guys. We teased this on Saturday morning, us and Let's Get Ready to Talk Schmoedown podcast. And joining us, as we said earlier today, is Suge Knight himself. How you doing, man?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey,
How's everybody doing tonight? Happy Sunday. Hope everybody's doing well. Molly, hello. Jillian, Brian, Jake. How you guys all doing tonight?
Good.
Welcome
Great
to
to
POV,
have
man.
you.
Very good.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
This seems really weird. Not a lot of people are yelling right now. It's actually very calming. I like it.
Well, that might change very soon for the four of us anyway. Yeah, it's been a fun couple weeks. We've been kind of talking about some stuff behind the scenes, and because you reached out to us, I will hand the reins over for you a little bit and let you drop the news for everybody watching right now, Shug. So why don't you take the reins?
Yeah, that everybody is watching. I just want to let you know that I am joining the Certain Point of View podcast, and Molly and Jillian are moving to Let's Get Ready, and so I hope everyone enjoys that one. Have fun with that. No, so
True. He's coming.
no, actually, that would be pretty funny. Actually, if we did that. No,
Just drop bombs on your teammates. Yeah.
just
After my
well,
glory.
let you guys know. No, I actually the podcast has been amazing. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's screw me. But no, when we started a podcast, Certain Point of View was one of the podcasts that started with us, and I mean, I honestly don't know the timeline and everything, but it's been one of the good podcasts that we watched. I really enjoyed Brian and Jake, and then they brought on Jillian, which was amazing, and obviously Molly, who's just amazing. It's been really great. And so I talked to Jake and I said, look, I think one of the things we should do is work together and let's do a stream together. And so what we're going to do is for the IG finals is you're going to have not only Jillian and Molly and Brian and Jake, but you're also going to have Shug, and you're going to have Justin and Ferris Mutana all on one screen. I don't know if your guys' earphones are going to be ready for that, but
grab a drink because it's going to be a party.
get ready for this one. Yes, the trade was made. No, we're gonna do a IG finals stream together, where we're gonna discuss it and talk about what the finals and everything like that. And you're just gonna have the different personalities, the different opinions. One thing me and Jake have.
Saul.
Love you, Saul. Appreciate it. One thing we what's going to be great is having all the different opinions together and really discussing Schmoedown, and this not only talking Schmoedown, but just celebrating just the fandom. Like, we're all fans, and we're all we're just trying to talk about Schmoedown, and we're going to do it together. So this Thursday we are going to be talking Schmoedown together. The Let's Get Ready podcast, the Certain Point of View podcast, which will be each on their own, YouTube and Twitch. So Let's Get Ready is on Twitch. Certain Point of View podcast is going to be on YouTube. And so you'll be able to watch both. You can either go on ours or theirs. And we're going to just talk Schmoedown. We're going to talk the IG finals. We're going to talk. I don't know what we're going to talk about. Maybe we talk about
It's crazy. It's going to get
how great Molly is. We're going to talk about,
It's the
Justin
Molly
and
Damon
Ferris.
appreciation show. That's
Exactly what it's going to be. It's going to be that.
Maybe I'll
we're gonna
drag
talk-
Alex in here for a few
Yeah.
questions.
I mean, that would be great.
Sean will come in here. We'll have so many people.
Yeah, right.
Cue
No,
up.
I wanted to be on. I wanted to work with a podcast that actually wanted to work with us. And Certain Point of View is one of the podcasts that actually wanted to work with us. Not naming names, but there's other podcasts out there.
Oh,
this has been in the works for a while. Shug actually messaged me probably, I want to say, like late first round of the IG tournament, and this has been. in the
Yeah, I
works.
was trying to steal Jillian. That's what was really happening. I was trying to get Jillian to our.
We got to her
podcast
first,
say-
man. We got to her first.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I mean, my second pick was Brian. I really wanted Brian, but I don't
Finally.
know. I mean,
About damn
if I'm
time,
trading
someone.
if I'm trading Ferris for Brian, I need a little bit more. So reconsider that trade. I'll take Brian and Molly. You can have Ferris. There we go. No, but on the serious though, this is a great thing. The Certain Point of View podcast is one of the best podcasts ever. We really appreciate them. They've done a lot for the community, and we hope to try to do the same thing. We're all Ferris.
Aw.
Stop. Yeah, get ready for that. Get ready for that. Ferris
Sean.
is gonna come in hot. No, but the community of the Schmoedown has been great. Certain Point of View has been great. We've all tried to do our best to just make this community better and give our point of views, and just talk about the Schmoedown. That's what it's all about. Talking about the Schmoedown, enjoying it, having conversations, different points of views of conversations, and this is what it's about. Jake I commend him. He is a awesome person. We've been talking for a while. We've had conversations and just had conversations and just talking about Schmoedown. Like that's what's been awesome. And so we're so get ready. It's going to be very interesting. I know I've already talked to the boys. They can't get all crazy and but I'm not promising. Things, but,
No guarantees. No guarantees here.
No guarantees, but it's going to be interesting. We're going to watch Corruption versus Corruption. Are you guys excited about that? I mean,
oh my god.
Chance Ellison, Mike Kalinowski.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy.
We have a theory that they're just really gonna milk it all. They're just gonna play.
God.
Are you
not
kidding
even.
me?
They're gonna play the game, but I have no idea that I have no doubt that they're just gonna
Milk every single second.
milk every second of it.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun to talk about. As far as what time this is all gonna go down, guys, this is gonna happen on 6 p.m. on Thursday. And like Shug mentioned, because Let's Get Ready lives on Twitch, they moved the move to Twitch a few weeks ago. We have the ability with the platform we use to go to both. And so if you are a Let's Get Ready fan, or if you're more of a Twitch follower, you can watch it on Twitch. If you're more of a YouTube person, or if you're more of a POV follower, you can watch it on YouTube. It's a great ability to have it both, to have the video on both platforms for everybody who is accessible to this one or that one. And that way we both get the video and be able to hang out and talk Schmoedown and what goes down on Thursday. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be absolutely crazy. And it's awesome that Shug, can't thank you enough for coming to us for this, man. It's the perfect storm. Really, really looking forward to this. And I know that these three as well are just as excited as I am.
Just have them both on. Have us on YouTube and them on Twitch, and just mute one of them. All the views.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're going to be able to support both channels. You're going to be able to send in questions and talk. Just anything is going to be. You can ask us questions. Talk to Molly. She's a competitor. Yeah, she's actually going to be on one. How can you not get excited? It's just a great opportunity for all of us, and just to bring the community together. Look, I mean, we're two different podcasts, but yet we talk about the same thing, and we're just, we just want to talk and have conversations, laugh, joke. Possibly trade Ferris for Jillian and Molly. Jake, let's talk. Yeah, I mean, it's the Schmoedown. We can trade. I mean, I'll give you Justin
draft
for Molly and Jillian. I mean, and I'll take Sean Sullivan for just for for cap reasons.
I might need something more. I might need something more. Man.
I mean, I can offer Saul. I mean, you get Saul. No, but on the real, it's going to be a great time. Make sure you join us. It's going to be Thursday. We'll work out the time. I know the Kalinowski match and everything is going to be at 2:00.
I think it's 2:00. Released at 2:00. Yeah.
Yeah, recently it's at 2:00. So we'll work out a time because people are East Coast, West Coast, Alabama, Florida. We all got different things to do, but we're gonna do this. It's gonna be fun, and it's gonna be a real exciting time. And it's just, I'm excited. I don't know about anybody else, but I am really excited to, to not only have Molly argue with Justin, Jake argue with Ferris, me and Brian are gonna go at it. It's gonna be amazing.
I'm gonna have words because after watching Mike Kalinowski take Alex out, I'm gonna have some words.
Exactly. I mean, remember, Ferris is an Alex Damon shill, so you're gonna be. But thank you for letting me come on. Appreciate you guys. You guys are one of my favorite podcasts. Me and Jake talked about it. I watch you guys not only to get insight on Schmoedown, but actually to to learn from you guys. You guys are amazing. Every single one of you. We hope to have eventually just you guys on our podcast because you're amazing. So we appreciate all of you guys. Jake,
Thanks,
Brian, Molly, and Jillian. I cannot speak for the other guys. They're probably going to go after you, Molly. Expect Ferris to go after you this weekend. I'm just saying, don't blame me if he goes after you. I'm just
Come
saying.
at me, bro. Come at me, bro.
Tell him, Ferris, come at me. No, but I appreciate all you guys. You guys are amazing. Make sure you follow a certain point of view. Let's get them to 300. Let's get everybody. Let's
Thank
get
you,
both
Shug. Thank you,
podcasts
Shug.
up to 500. That's where we both need to be, and I can't wait. Can't wait to see you guys
So
next
fun.
week. It's going to be amazing.
So excited.
Yeah, someone in the chat, and I scrolled past it. I can't find it right now. They asked if it's only a one-time thing. I have no doubt it will be more than once. This is just what it's going for right now. We're taking it one show at a time, and we're doing it big.
I mean,
with
I'm trying to get certain point of view changed to let's get ready, but I gotta pay Jake some money. Me and Jake are talking money already. Okay, he's a little hard to deal with. Yeah, I've offered him, a couple of McDonald's meals and some money. But he won't take it. So
sign me up for that McDonald's meal. I'm in.
No. This is good. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead, man. Go ahead, finish it off.
No. This is not going to be a one-time thing. There's going to be many times that we work together. Let me tell you, I will have to say it again. I'm sorry for being all mushy, but Certain Point of View is one of my favorite podcasts, and I really appreciate them. I watch them all the time. So, yeah, it's not going to be a one-time thing, but we did want to.
Right.
No, we're gonna do more stuff, but this is the first step of getting us all on screen and really doing something together for the Schmoedown community. So
perfect.
Excited.
Well, thanks for stopping by, man. Great announcement.
No
People in the chat are obviously freaking out, and we can't wait till Thursday.
Tweet it. I should have a thumbnail out by tomorrow. Don't quote me on that, but it should be tomorrow. So once I tweet it out, make sure to tweet it. Tweet at Certain Point of View. Tweet at Let's Get It Ready to Talk Schmoedown podcast. Tweet at Christian so he knows. So
he was in here earlier. He might still be watching.
He was in here earlier.
Saul.
Apparently now I saw him. Now apparently him and Sean are going to start a podcast called Sully and Solly. I guess.
I mean, would you not watch that? Would you not watch that?
Of course I would watch that. That would be epic.
But no. So make sure you tweet everything that Certain Point of View tweets out. Jake, what I do from our podcast, make sure to tweet everything. Get people excited, and let's get it going. Let's get it going. I'm going. Call to action is not invited. They can stick to their own thing.
We stand C2A though. We love call to action.
I know, Molly. You're going to be on call to action tomorrow, but after tomorrow, don't accept their invitation. Stop it. Just let them go away. We're the new blood.
There's plenty of me to go around, guys. Come on.
Shug, here.
Thanks again for stopping in for a little bit and talking to them. That was fun.
Appreciate
you. We can't wait for Thursday, man.
Woohoo! No problem. Appreciate all of you guys. Love you guys. Make sure to tweet everything out. Make sure to tweet it all out. Appreciate all you guys. Take care. Make sure to stay on this podcast while they talk about Schmoedown. They're really great podcasts.
Appreciate it. We'll see you Thursday, man.
No
Thanks,
problem.
Shug. There we go.
So sweet.
There it is.
So sweet.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a little late addition too. We had talked about an hour before the show actually started, and he was able to jump on. So, Thursday's going to be wild. Thursday is going to be absolutely wild. If you watch Let's Get Ready, you know that they are loud and obnoxious and to the point. And we
love every second of it.
Yes, we do. We are just the complete opposite from that. It's going to be very fun.
I don't know. I think I'm kind of obnoxious. But
we're going to have to implement some kind of hand raising.
Yes, 100%. Maybe we do the caca.
No. It'll just be super fun, and we'll see who's the loudest, and
so stay tuned for that on Thursday evening, 6:00 after the IG final. The 7 of us will be together on screen, and it's going to be crazy. But for now, with that all said and done, let's go ahead and get to the main topic of tonight, and that is the way too early discussion on the Schmoedown Awards. And we're not going to be doing all of the categories for the regular awards. We're just running through some of them that can kind of fit for a half-year basis. And I don't know about you guys, but this was pretty difficult on my end. I struggled a little bit. And it's weird because we only got live matches in studio up until May, and then all of the streaming stuff started happening But then it just kind of got worse after then as far as voting for people because things started getting a lot more heated and better and just more intense. The standings got shaken up. But it was absolutely fun. So, Brian, let's go and start with you on this one. And we're going to start with one that we've talked about before, but we can kind of make our official predictions as of now for half of the year, and that is Rookie of the Year. It's come up quite a bit. We've seen a number of rookies who have really made their impact in the league so far. Who do you have right now as Rookie of the Year halfway through the year?
So first, let me say, I'm not a big fan of awards, period. I'm just like kind of, if you do it, you do it. No, that's funny. That one's funny.
I'm teasing, I know.
But you know, I mean, every sport has their awards. But Rookie of the Year right now, I have Goddard, just because for the main reason of he went across all over.
3 divisions.
Yeah. I was getting there. No, I'm kidding. But
thought you might have spaced.
No, he went across 3 divisions. That's wild. Absolutely wild. And won. To be honest, even if like Parker probably would have kept going, like I'm not questioning Parker or whatever. It's just more
Sean Sullivan for Rookie of the Year.
That's true. You don't have a losing record, so that is a fair point. But yeah, I think to me, like I was saying with Parker, I mean, he is in one division, and I have no doubt that if he would have went the whole way, like I might have been swayed a little bit. But for me personally, the thing that I just can't get over is the 3 division thing. I mean, teams, yes, you're working with a partner, but at the same time, you are still working in your own head. Singles, complete different monster. You literally have every movie. And then IG is no slouch either. So for me, that was the breaker. Not even wins. I'm not even looking at wins, losses, and that. It's the fact that he played in 3 different leagues. That was what really got me more than anything. Was that right there?
Yeah.
Molly?
Oh man. So
you can pick yourself.
I mean, basically for anything that applies to me, I'm going to vote for myself.
Yes.
Why would I not?
Yes.
I agree with everything you said about Goddard. He's a phenomenal player, and as much as I don't like Finstock and all the points that they have and like how they've been dominating, I feel like the Barbarian has been an amazing player.
Yeah, and
just like he's been shocking everyone, including me, and I've really enjoyed watching him play. So I'm going to go with him.
And there's also a really good point to make about this. He's in the singles tournament. Goddard's not.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah.
That is something that obviously, like we mentioned, this is the way too early discussion on it, right? There's still lots of matches to be played in the Schmoedown. And this is one of the aspects of this is that right now, out of the Rookie of the contenders, Barbarian, as of right now, is the only one to be playing for the next few weeks. Goddard is out. Parker is out. Barbarian is left. Like that's a massive part of all of this.
Mm-hmm. I'm very excited to see how he does in singles.
Me too.
Yeah. I mean, his one singles match, he looked unstoppable. I'm gonna go with Brian on this one. As of right now, I'm going Goddard, and like Brian, the 3 divisions is just a huge thing. And I know it doesn't count, but the Lord of the Rings match as well, for me personally, is like this kid really knows what he's doing.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's the nerdiest match I've ever watched, but like, in the best way.
So
are they gonna put that one out publicly, or have they?
They're doing it.
Are they?
They're doing some of the exhibitions slowly. Yeah,
got it.
I know the champions.
Just be a $10 patron.
Yeah, be a patron
exactly.
for that alone. Just
Yes.
go watch that match. It's so
Exactly.
The nerdiest thing you'll ever watch.
And I know it doesn't count, but it plays a huge part for me personally.
Mhm.
He competed with Smets, Damon, and Parker, and Smets, Damon, and himself only missed one question, which is the reason why Parker won.
Yeah.
And that to me is like, wow, he really knows what he's doing. Like he really, and he's competing in IG. He's going deep dive in something like Lord of the Rings. He's
Mhm.
doing well in singles with Silvestrini. And so far, he's been playing extremely well in singles. We won't see him the rest of the year. And so, as of right now, I'm picking Goddard. But 2 months from now, it could easily be the Barbarian because he could go very, very far in that tournament.
We are going to see
We
him
are
again.
seeing
isn't
him
it?
again.
The Pride has a match.
Pride has
Oh,
a
you're
match.
right. Sorry, you are correct. Yes, the Pride does have the winner of Final Exam and
Mhm.
Deep 13. You are correct. That's the undercard to Smets and Chandler August 7th.
Yep.
That is correct.
I will say this, in Leo, you beat me to it.
Oh yeah.
You did. He did. That was really impressive to me as well. Barbarian is it. If he knocks out Whitney, who he plays in the first round, and not knocks out, I mean just literally from the tournament. If he beats Whitney in the tournament, my attention's literally going to go like this. I'm going to be like, oh, because Whitney's not no slouch. He knows a lot. Yeah, that's true. We could count Elvis. But yeah,
Barbarian featuring Elvis.
Jill, who you going with?
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Jake and Brian on this one. If the awards were tomorrow and like we were getting ready to go to the awards, I would have Goddard as Rookie of the Year, hands down. That could all change in 3-4 weeks when we get all these singles tournaments. And then it can also flip back to Goddard if the Pride wins their match. So it's definitely between those two. For me personally, if I'm not going to be biased to vote for Sean Sullivan, it's going to be either Goddard and Barbarian. But if those awards were tomorrow, I would be putting my vote down for Goddard. Also true.
I don't think that just because Parker lost,
No,
I don't think that takes him out of the running for Rookie
I
of
don't
the Year
think so
at all.
at all. Like I said, that with that chat thread that was going on the Facebook, I was going off on people.
Yeah, and we
I don't
talked
think
about it.
cuts him out
It
at
was
all.
like, I think it was maybe 2 weeks ago, maybe Molly's first show, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. We talked about it. Yeah, he's still very much in the running.
Oh,
And
yep.
who knows? Like things could drastically change, and we could see him in a match before the end of the year. Who knows? Like it could be a random thing.
We don't know what's gonna happen.
But the three of them, it's a 3-headed race at this point. It really is.
Yeah. Molly's not far off with Barbarian, because if Barbarian goes through this singles tournament, I'm gonna easily probably jump to his ship, because if he takes out Whitney, his next opponent is either Frank, James, or Bibiani.
Oh,
Oof.
wow.
So if he's going to make a run, he's going to have to knock out one of those players. And if one of those goes down to him,
Yeah.
I don't know what can really touch that. So
Here's one that could make a huge impact in the next coming
James
weeks.
too. We haven't even seen James play
If
yet.
he runs through this tournament and he beats someone like a Bibiani after winning a play-in match, like that's enough to say, okay, I could be Rookie of the Year.
Well, if he beats Frank and then beats Bibiani, he's going to have Whitney or Barbarian next. So if we see a Barbarian versus James White,
Whoever
and then
wins
White
that.
comes out of that, we've got a whole new competitor in this race.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
Marisol McKee as well.
Yeah.
Someone we haven't
exactly.
seen. There's plenty of people in that tournament that could easily make an impact outside of the names we've seen already.
Again, this is
right.
This is
very early.
This is if the awards were today. Like
The
What
way,
did you call it, Jake?
the way
Yeah.
too early discussion
Way
of the
too
Schmoedown
early.
Awards. Okay, let's get to a fun one here, and we will talk about Babyface of the Year. And if you don't know what Babyface is /face, that is hero /good guy, good girl in the Schmoedown. It's a wrestling term. That's what they call the good people in that league. And And so this is just player. This is not team. We'll get to the team one here in a little bit. But babyface of the year. There's a lot of competitors that can vie for this, right? Jill, I'll start with you in this one. Whose vote or where is your vote going for babyface of the year?
Can I vote for a manager? Is that allowed?
I don't know if
Can
that's allowed.
managers win?
I think it would be. I think it would be.
Because if managers can win, I am going for either Winston or Coy.
I like it.
If I had to pick a player, it would probably be Ace Cabrera.
I second that.
Face.
I third.
Yeah. Right now, it's like, how can it not? That Cinderella story, the excitement he had throughout the Alex. Alex is also definitely in that nomination.
There's my vote.
But it's that Cinderella story. It's like, and like the chat agrees with me.
Yeah.
It's Ace for me right at this point right now. But
Agreed. I think this is probably gonna be a short conversation. I'm with Ace.
Yep.
Oh, Brian made a good point. There you go.
Oh,
okay.
there you go.
So
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Winston Coy
Molly,
is-
who does your vote go towards?
I'm sticking with Alex.
Yes.
I love Ace, and he did have an amazing run in the tournament. I wish I could have gotten the chance to play him and lose to him.
Don't
Never.
say that. Don't say that.
But I mean, Alex going into IG, going up against Kalinowski and not being terrible at talking smack. He's adorable.
He's adorable. He is. He's always very fun to see.
I might be a little bit biased.
I told him the other night too. It's just you can't help but smile whenever you see Alex play because he's just so excited to play.
He's also
So-
very deadpan, though. He doesn't have a lot going on emotionally. Just like,
We love to see it. We love to see it.
yeah.
I need, please, for the love of God, I need you to convince him one of these times to just, yeah, he's the nicest trash talker you'll ever meet. But what I was going to say is I need him to do his promo, everything, and then show up one of these times with a Biggs mustache. Just literally pop up on the screen, Biggs mustache.
He's actually trying to grow a mustache for before Squadrons comes out. He's never tried to fully grow it out, and he doesn't like it, but he's trying.
Do it.
That's so
amazing.
funny. Rachel, that's
amazing.
so true. Can't talk trash. He's totally one of those ones that's like, I don't like you, but we're gonna have a great time, and I really like playing against you.
But you're a
It's
great player, and I respect you.
like, yeah, it's like, oh God.
He's been taking improv lessons for like 2 years, maybe, and yeah, he has the ability to do that. He
You can
just
do it.
chooses not to.
Come on, Alex.
True
Let's
Jedi.
hear trash talk.
All right, let's get to the next one, and that is going to be heel team of the year. This could be a very interesting category here. We haven't seen a ton of team matches, but there's been a few as far as 2020 goes. Brian, I'll start this one off with you. Heel team of the year.
If it wasn't for corruption right now, I would have probably gone dungeon, but I'm going
Not faction, team.
Team. Oh, team. Oh my God. Then come back to me because mine was corruption.
Come back.
I was thinking the same thing.
Man.
But I'm just gonna go with the pride.
That's what I was going to take, the pride.
Just-
They're heels.
Pride.
They're
They're
exactly.
heels.
They're
You can't.
heels.
Yeah, you can't not. That was one of
There
the
you go.
funniest things.
The pride. The pride.
Exactly.
The pride.
It's just,
We're
it's
heels.
too funny. It's too funny. Like, how can you not? I mean, and Rachel's new nickname is a switchblade. So,
Oh,
you know,
Yes,
Yeah.
that is definitely heel. That is
Yeah.
That is a
heel.
heel nickname.
I think we're all in agreement then, right? The pride.
Yes.
Pride.
Got to be.
I need the next time we have a live taping for her to come out with him looking like greasers with him in that scorpion jacket and then her with some like maybe not a real switchblade but like, like
Real
something
one.
with their nickname. Oh my God, it'd be amazing.
All right, fair enough. That was a quick category.
Love it.
All right, let's get back.
After I butchered the wrong thing.
It's all good. Okay. Let's get to a good one. That can definitely be different on all fronts. And that is upset of the year. There's been a couple matches this year that were very upset territory. Jill, I'll start with you on this one. Who do you have or what match do you have for upset of the year?
Chance versus Parker.
I'm agreed.
I'm still I'm still in on this. You think?
Upset for you wasn't Laura and Sean?
Oh, he's got your back though. He's got your back.
Yeah. That was also that was an upset in my heart. I was very upset with that one. But Chance and Parker, that match, I don't know if anyone saw Chance being the absolute dominant powerhouse that he was in that match. And I feel like that match was a kind of a Kalinowski beats Smets moment. It was a Ellison beats Parker. And that's got to be up there for upset for me.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about it.
Split down the middle.
Molly,
I think
split.
Mine is Ace Kelly.
Yep.
Sure.
I thought it was going to be that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're split down the sides.
Yeah.
Is that who you had, Brian?
There.
I was
That's
between the
there,
two.
too.
I was between the two for sure, but I felt like Chance had bigger impact than the Ace one did because of Ace wins prior. But go ahead. So you two take the floor because you're picking Ace and Kelly on that one.
Well, I felt like everybody, including myself, and Ace will say this too, like everybody was saying it's going to be Laura, Laura. And I was so looking forward to just seeing her dominate on that side of the bracket and eventually get to play me maybe.
Would have been so cool.
Yes.
Molly versus Laura would have been awesome.
And I love that Ace went from the absolute bottom to just like zooming his way through the entire tournament. But that was the match for me that I was like, oh,
Yeah.
my heart.
Yep.
Yeah. For me, the thing that got me was Ace over Laura because we still, I shouldn't say we still shouldn't have because it was the third round. But at that point, like we were like, there's no way Ace is going to make it the whole way through. And then beat Laura, who, I mean, almost everyone, 90% of people pick Laura. And then he wins it. And then goes, and that's, to be honest, that's when I was like, he could beat DeMonta. So for me, the more shock value came from this match than him beating DeMonta, because at that point I was like, holy crap, nothing's going to stop Ace from winning. He's literally just knocking things out of the way. But for me, him beating Laura was that gasp where you're like, oh, oh my God, this is happening. And I just I still, that hasn't processed to me. So it's, that's why
Ace's match with Ken, I was like, maybe that was just luck. I mean, their round one questions seemed to be a lot harder than the other matches in round one. And maybe Ken just didn't have his heart in it. So I was like, okay, I'll give him that one.
It's a great point.
That's valid.
Yeah. Yeah. So
would that be considered an upset?
I didn't consider that one an upset.
That's just a heartbreak. That was just a heartbreak.
Surprise.
That was just a surprise. I wouldn't. Yeah, I had DeMolanta winning that one, so that wasn't, for me. That wasn't an upset. But
okay, so since people are already putting it in the chat, we'll just jump right into match of the year. Now, match of the year. This is. I mean, there's been an incredible amount of good matches from IG tournament, Star Wars tournament, to the matches that were aired in studio before that. For myself, I'm going DeMolanta Ace. The comeback by Ace in that final round, the fact that DeMolanta looked like he was pulling a Ben Bateman and then ended up not pulling the answer. The back and forth, it's just it's everything you love about the Schmoedown, right? And a lot of people have discussed the DeMolanta Scrimshaw match as well because they both went perfect. Then it went to OT and someone missed a question. But when you think about the Schmoedown, you think about the ups and downs, the positives and negatives, the struggles, and the luck that's involved. And that all came into play in this match. And the Cinderella story was it finally came to fruition, and it just it encapsulates everything about what this league is. And so to me, no question, it's Ace versus Demolanta.
I'm the same as you. Whereas I just said the upset of the year was Ace and Laura. This one was my match of the year just because, I mean, honestly, if you're going, that is such a good choice too.
That's a good one.
But for me, Jake said it. I was 100% thinking Demolanta was pulling a Bateman, where he was toying
We all
with
did.
it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you could even watch it back and see Christian was kind of like counting down, and there was like 3 seconds left, and he's like, "Spit out the damn answer!"
Yeah.
Like you're toying with it, and then he said 0, and just the pure shock of like, "Holy crap!" Ace went all 4. Honestly, if I was to show one person, someone that's never watched, someone that's never watched Schmoedown, I would throw the Star Wars tournament in front of them, the whole entire thing. Just give them a backstory because it literally was perfect. Like it was
100%
insane to watch. Just
What I have, one of my really good friends, he only watched the Star Wars tournament, and from there he branched into watching other divisions of the Schmoedown.
Yeah, it was amazing to see. Just like this, you couldn't have written better stories for that tournament.
Mm-hmm.
It just, and then the culmination at a head of just that ending. I honestly, that might be one of my favorite matches of all time. Just it was that good.
Molly?
I agree. I'm with you on Demolanta Ace, but I mean, my match with Adam Witt.
Challenge.
I mean, yeah,
That's true.
exactly. Ace has
That is
Upset
true.
City. I have Challenge City. What up?
It's so true. Challenge Gate. God.
Challenge Gate.
I was
Challenge Gate.
so unaware because I hadn't watched their match before mine because it was back to back. So I was like, why are these challenges flying everywhere? But enough about my stuff. Yes, Ace Demolanta for sure.
Jill, I feel like you got something a little different.
Yeah, I'm busting the trend here. I'm going with Merle Bateman for the championship match. That
went to OT, right?
Yeah.
No.
I think
it
it went
did.
OT. I think
Was
it
that
OT.
the Atlanta
Yes.
one?
The Atlanta live event, yeah.
Yeah.
And
That was a great one to watch live.
I forgot about that one too.
because I thought Ben had it after the speed round. I went, like, I think I have some videos of me reacting to it, and I literally went, this is it. Ben has this. And then my anxiety, like, I didn't, and then after that, Merle came back up, and then Bateman came back, and then it was, I wish I was at that live event to experience that because it was so insane. And it came down to that one question about, like, what, Fat Camp or something? Like, what was that movie?
Heavyweights.
Heavyweights.
Heavy-
It's about
It is a
Fat
fat camp. It is a fat
No,
camp.
but it's just funny. Like
It's
I forgot the title.
Hey,
and
I will
so-
say this. She gave me the perfect hint. I knew what it was right away.
Yeah, I wouldn't have ever. I was like, Fat Camp. I haven't
it was
seen
about
that
Fat
movie.
Camp, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
no, I got you now.
There you go.
With 2 overtime, and while
Mm.
for me, Ace Demolanta is definitely a contender for match of the year, this one takes it for me. It was A, for a belt, B, it was so intense this entire match. You thought one person was going to take it, and then the other, and I wish I was at that live event to experience it, and I'm mad I wasn't, but for me, that's going to be match of the year.
Do the exhibition matches count? They don't, right?
No.
If I was gonna say if they do, the Lord of the Rings one is by far the best match of the year.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yes,
Yeah.
that one is so fun.
Yeah,
That-
if they do, it's by far the best.
They
one of the year,
should
no
they
question.
should have an exhibition match of the year award.
With how many there
especially
are,
this
I
year.
agree.
Yeah, and
Especially
then
this year.
they're doing more. So
Even if it's just a this year award, where we're only doing it this year because of how crazy everything was. They
Did
should
you
have
guys
it.
see the one we're getting this month?
Yes.
80s
Molly,
actions with
yeah.
Kaiser and
Yeah.
Dagnino.
Kaiser
Yeah.
and Dagnino.
Yeah,
I
we'll
can't wait
do
for
we'll do a reaction to that one. That one's gonna be fun.
Oh
That one's
man.
gonna be
Jake,
fun.
I will say, did you put up Brian's last comment for the
Yes,
Kalinowski?
right here. Yeah,
So
it's possible.
I could see that, but I have a feeling they're not going to take it as serious. A little bit more jokey, a little bit more. It's not going to be your typical like punch, where it's like these people are going at it.
They're gonna have fun
And-
with it.
Yes, and I think that might take away from it. Personally,
I
We'll
agree.
see, but it can also add to the storytelling of the factions.
That is also true.
So,
especially if Chance wins.
which
All right, we have two more categories here, and we'll get to them. The next one we're going to talk about is Babyface Team of the Year. So, Face Team of the Year. I will go quickly. I don't think there's any question in my mind that it comes down to the Real Rejects. The Real Rejects for me, it's without a question, they are the Face Team of the Year. They are one of the most fun teams to watch. Koi has sparked them more than ever before, and they work so well together. So you can count my vote towards the Real Rejects right now.
me too.
Same with me.
agreed.
Oh, all right, sweet.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Sweet.
Yep.
What's that game we played last night? Quiplash. We did a
Quiplash.
Quiplash. All four of us.
Yep. Flash.
Okay, last category.
Well, Jake, before we go, they have taken this Schmoedown little teams and they're by storm. Like,
Yeah.
who would have thought that?
I want a Real Reject shirt so bad.
I know. Who would have thought that right now we would be talking more about the Real Rejects from the Corky Mercs than Shazam? Not me. I mean,
Yeah.
right now, people, I mean, the name that comes to your mind right now with Corky Mercs is the Real
The
Rejects,
Real Rejects.
not Shazam. Shazam had, they didn't even play as a team. They had their,
It was a three-way.
their whatever you call it, the
Triple
fatal
threat.
triple threat. Thank you. But that's it. The Real Rejects, on the other hand, are hilarious. I mean, yeah. But yeah, it's just the Real Rejects are just hilarious, and they're even good on their own too.
Mhm.
So
I was honestly thinking for a second when we were picking match of the year. For a second, I thought Alba Kalinowski, just because it was so fun to watch.
that's a very good one.
Yes, that's a good one. And it
Yeah.
came down to the 5-pointer.
Exactly. So there was a moment where I went, for me, that match was just a perfect Schmoedown match. It was fun to watch. Both the players were having a great time. And so Real Rejects, like, I don't know who else you could.
I would even also put Alba in babyface player.
I would too.
just because
Good one.
he's so freaking funny.
Tim, I think the Wildberries win the Face of the World Forever award.
Yeah.
No question about that. Hopefully, we see them reunite one
A
day.
resurgence of the Wildberries.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to our final category here. Definitely the one that's probably going to be the most talked about this year, and that is Heel of the Year. There are definitely a couple names out there that could possibly win the category. Two come to mind for me personally, but I'll let you guys start first. Molly, who do you have for Molly? Or not who do you have for Molly? Who do you have for
Molly
Heel of the Year?
Molly
Yeah.
here.
Oh man, again, if managers count, Shannon.
How can you not? How can
I
you
mean-
not?
I think Christian put out a poll last week, and she was like the overwhelming favorite.
Yeah.
She's
Which
been
makes sense.
amazing,
Mhm.
amazing heel.
Yep.
Jill, are you with her?
Oh, Shannon won Heel of the Year award the moment she split up the Wildberries. Like
True.
her Heel of the Year reign started the moment of the draft when she split up the Wildberries.
I will never forget the chaos.
She turned a sweetheart like Laura Kelly into the hugest Sith Lord on the planet. Like, it's how Brandon Hannah also, yeah. But
Hannah's was gonna be my second. but
Hannon also is definitely up there. I give Hannah crap on this show all the time. I love Brandon Hannah, but I give him crap all the time because his heel work is so good.
Mhm.
Shannon, though, how can you not pick the Queen of Corruption as heel right now? Her ukulele songs are amazing, and it's like you want to go like, oh, she went there, but it's so good.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing, though. That's the thing. She went there. She goes there every time, and it's
not
amazing.
afraid to. She is not afraid to go there.
Be quiet. That was my point that was going to be made.
Brian, go ahead.
No, I'm kidding. No, exactly what Sean is saying. I have Shannon right now, but you can make the argument of Brandon is kind of a better heel in the sense of no one likes him right now. Like
you love to hate Shannon.
Exactly.
You hate
Brandon Hanna.
Exactly. And the thing that I will always remember is someone told me a good actor, if they're playing a bad guy, you can't even see the fact that they're an actor. You just hate their character. And that's kind of what Brandon Hanna does. And that reference was to Joffrey from Game of Thrones.
I was literally going to say Brandon Hanna is the Joffrey of the Schmoedown.
Yeah.
I was also going to say Dolores Umbridge.
That too.
Another one.
Perfect analogy.
It's
perfect IG analogy.
Yes. To me, that is kind of what plays into my head, because you hate if someone's acting something, and they're the bad guy, and you can hate them to the point where you forget that they're faking it or that they're an actor. They're doing a really good job. But like Jill said, you just freaking love to see what Shannon does, because the way she digs at you is the nicest, sweetest, meanest way she can cut you down. And
she's the true mean girl.
Yes.
Right now.
Yes.
It's yeah, but people, like we said, people, they won't even look at anything that she's done. The fact that she split up the wild berries is like the evilest thing she could have possibly ever done. And
out of the gate.
Right. I will never forget as long as I live, Jake, when we were in that room, Jill, you too.
Yep.
And that happened. The chaos that ripped through that room.
Yep.
The shock, not chaos, the absolute shock.
Yes. It was unlike anything. I'm getting chills thinking about it just because it was so unexpected.
I just remember Makuga standing up and going, "What?" And then Dewberry going, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
Like, and everyone was just like I don't
Dewberry is
think
sitting there with like a drink in his hand. And he's like, I don't want to be
happened?
with that. I don't want to be with
Like,
that.
no.
So I honestly hate to even pick this one. I hate to even pick this one, but I mean, you're sitting there wanting more from Shannon, and that's kind of my leaning point a little bit. So
I'm with Sean on this one. It's Brandon Hanna, because everyone hates him. Because everyone hates him. I could say
look at what Sean just said too.
What did she say exactly, Sean?
Aww.
I will say that there's a little dilemma, because Brandon Hanna didn't win as much as he probably should have, and that would have solidified it. Mm-hmm. But the fact that every single person, whether you're playing against him, watching him, or anything, they hate him. Period. Yeah. There's no one in between.
Yay, Brandon Hanna. They go, "Oh my god, go away."
Exactly. And so Shannon is an incredibly close second, and to be honest, she'll probably win the award. She's just so brilliant at it. It comes more natural to her than it does Brandon Hanna. But you can tell that he's put in the work for this. This is what he, as a player, he's been waiting for, and you can tell this is what Christian has been waiting for him as well, as a character standpoint, and it's really paying off. I know we probably won't see him for a while as a player, but I do think that he has done his work and his justice as a bad guy / heel in this league. And so he gets my vote as of right now.
And also giving props to both of them. Even if they go on reactor shows or after shows, they do not drop their character work.
Yeah.
Well, Hannah will come after people on Twitter just as like you idiot. Like,
Oh,
it's just like,
Like,
oh my
you're all
God.
dumb.
Like,
Both of them will not drop their character.
Yeah.
If the public can see it and read it, they do not drop character. And props to the both of them, because she came after me too. Like, it's like the significant other.
I will say, not heel of the year, but Laura has been really
Laura's
good,
up there too.
Mhm.
Just the
Laura's
things she
definitely up
says,
there.
like in her promos and stuff, like I still to this day love when she went 0. Like that was
Zero
so disrespectful. You awesome guy. Oh God.
It's a great
Laura
gift, too.
It is so good. But Laura is also up there because of Shannon.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, that wraps up our way too early discussion on the Schmoedown Awards. We did a few categories there as we kind of get to the halfway point, more than halfway of the Schmoedown year, but it's been a weird year. So everything's offbeat a little bit as we are here. I do want to say before we get to plugs and stuff like that, we actually have a couple Streamlabs. We haven't
have those.
We have yet to officially announce this because we're waiting for a specific show that's about 2 weeks away, a week and a half away. But D-Train here has 2 Streamlabs, and thank you very much, D-Train, for these Streamlabs. First of all, he says, thank you so much, you guys, for doing the show. You guys are the sports center of the Schmoedown. That means a lot. That's really, really cool. I love that reference. And then he has another one as well. And he says, to whoever is a Red Sox fan, let's go Yankees. We just took 2 or 3 for the defending World Series champs.
I just praised you. Damn it.
No, not anymore.
Notice how Jake did that second? He literally did a second on purpose.
No, that's how they came in. That's how they came in.
All right.
I promise that's how they came in. So, D-Train, thank you for doing that. Since we are on the topic, we officially do have a Streamlabs, guys, and I know that I said that we're kind of saving it for something that's coming down the pipeline. The link is in the description, and we won't get to any tonight. But if you guys want, and I will make sure that Brian and Jill have this for tomorrow, you guys can send in questions for Coy. As we are having Coy on the show tomorrow, Jill and Brian will be sitting down with Coy, the manager of the Quirky Mercs, ahead of a number of things that are coming for him, not just the singles tournament, but the Kevin Smith versus Jericho match, as well as talking IG, Real Rejects, Star Wars, all that good stuff. They will be talking to him tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific here on the channel live. And so if you want to send any questions for him, you are more than welcome to on the Streamlabs. And then also plug this one more time. You'll see Molly tomorrow night on Show to Action with the C2A crew. So check that out on their channel. She'll be popping in there, sitting down with Danny and Denuzio as they talk everything called action in Schmoedown, Star Wars, all that good stuff. So with that said,
the font.
What, Brian?
I was just saying, I love that font in the
Star Wars
font.
Yeah,
that Star
great.
Wars
So
font.
That's all Jake Iacovetta. So
yes,
praise to Jake Iacovetta on that one. But yeah, so that's gonna do it tonight for POV. Thank you to everyone for watching.
Thursday.
I was gonna say that.
Okay. I don't know.
There, Brian.
You went promo, and then now you're like. Okay,
I'm gonna say that. I was gonna say thank you so much for joining us. And if you missed the middle of the show, you missed Shug from Let's Get Ready to Talk Schmoedown podcast popping in and revealing the announcement that we're doing a crossover. The two podcasts, us and Let's Get Ready, will be meeting up on Thursday evening at 6 p.m. to discuss everything IG final. Yes, we're going to spend about an hour, 2 hours, however long it takes to talk of this match and just a bunch of craziness, because that is definitely going to happen. And it's going to be fun. If you missed that part, go and check out in the middle of the video around the 35-minute mark. That's when Shug pops in.
Like and subscribe.
To both channels, and you'll get the details on that as well. You can check out where that's going to be airing, all that good stuff. You can see that in the middle of the video. So for now, Jill, where can everybody find you online?
Instagram and Twitter, Jilly Marie, 2 Y's, 2 E's.
Molly?
On Twitter at Molly Damon, and then you can check out me and Alex at Star Wars Explain anywhere on the social medias and on the YouTubes.
Brian?
At B Valsino on Twitter and Instagram.
You can find me at Qui-Gon Jake, Twitter, Instagram. You can find us at Schmoedown POV on Twitter. That's where we do all the news and setups and teases and all that good stuff. Make sure you guys are following us on YouTube, podcast platforms as well. This show lives on podcasts, so Apple, Anchor, Spotify, Google, all that good stuff. And again, thank you so much for joining us. So for the crew here, we are a Certain Point of View. And for Brian and Jill, they'll see you tomorrow. For Molly and I, we'll see you guys on Thursday. Have a good night.
Bye.